What is up, Retro Maniacs? My name is Mike. His name's Joe. His name's EP. And we're here to talk about cards. This week, we're going to talk about 5 terms that a lot of sports card collectors don't really understand. I know all of our viewers, anybody watching
smartest
this video,
viewers in the
you
business.
totally do, smartest viewers in the business, but there are others walking among us that might not understand. Going to go with the first term here, pack fresh. I see this quite a bit. I see it a lot of times when people are complaining about the grades they got from PSA. These were packed fresh. I sent in these 15 cards that were packed fresh, and I only got 110. And yes, I absolutely did see that tweet the other day.
And sent it to us.
And sent it to you. But pack fresh just means that you pulled a card out of the pack. It does not necessarily translate to a gem mint 10 in a grading. We need to understand this. Just because something is pack fresh doesn't mean it's a perfect card. It could be in any kind of condition. Most of the cards people are sending in are pack fresh, and they're getting 4s, and they're getting 5s, and 7s, and 8s. They're not all 10s. It doesn't matter if it's pack fresh. That just means you pulled it out of the pack. That's where they all come from.
Well, not all of them. Tops now are
more,
computer fresh. I don't know what the Tops now equivalent to pack fresh is. I mentioned this on the pod this week when we were talking about that mantle where the piece was ripped off the back. 1992 Marvel Masterpieces. If you open a box of that up today, the year of our Lord 2025, they are going to stick together. Now, technically, fresh because you just pulled them from a pack. But guess what? You sent them to PSA. I guarantee you they ain't getting 10s. So everyone needs to calm down about this pack fresh thing. Yes. If a card is pulled from a pack, it is pack fresh. It is not then ipso facto a 10. It just is not. So yes, people, I think it's willful ignorance. I think they know what pack fresh actually means, but refuse to use it in the right context. But we are telling you right here and right now, it does not mean that it's automatically a certain grade. It just means you pulled it from a pack. Doesn't matter if it's from 1992 or 2025. It's still pack fresh.
That's I don't disagree 100%, but I will say that in the tweet that Mike sent us, the person wrote packed, PACKED, fresh.
That's fair.
And so that person clearly, I think they had no idea what pack fresh actually meant.
That's fair.
I think they meant that they packed they packed it fresh, and the thing they sent the PSA is what I think this person was when they typed it. And I listen, I make typos myself. It happens, but I seriously feel like this was such a short tweet that I seriously think that they think the saying is packed fresh, which makes no sense
or they were so mad,
whatsoever.
EP. They were so mad that they only got 110 that they had to tweet right away and send it into the world and let us all know.
Sure, that's possible. But also, I believe you're talking about Tops now. I guarantee you, I 100% guarantee you, if you search on eBay, you will find a title that has a Tops Now card that says the words pack fresh on it. I guarantee you. There's got to be
one. Let us know in the comments.
Right.
So we don't have to do the work.
Pack fresh, Tops Now.
All right. The next term that a lot of people don't seem to understand is the term mint. Now, this could go both ways. There are some people that call their cards mint that they're not mint. And then you have other people, like I said to Joe in our text earlier, that want to buy a card thinking, oh, if you said it was mint, that means I should get a gem mint 10 grade if I send this into PSA. And if I don't get it, I'm going to be mad at you. So we need to really rein in the word mint and understand what it means. If you go by PSA's standard, it's a really nice card that might have one slight little flaw. Let's not oversell our cards as mint. Let's not over expect the cards we buy to be better than mint.
Yeah. Mint is a 9. It's a PSA 9. That's what it is. I mean, so I remember back in the day when card shop owners had to determine what a card's kind of grade was, and terms like mint, and I don't think gem mint was even a thing, Mike, back then. It was like mint or not mint. You know,
I always said what if something's mint, it can't be better. But
yeah.
We've somehow made
there was
it.
a West Wing
Right.
quote where someone was like, something's extraordinary. It can't be extra extraordinary. It's the word's extraordinary. But yeah, people do misuse this one a lot. And it's to work the word mint into their listings sometimes. It is to just use it as a catch-all, right? Like if I just say mint, that could maybe it ranges from near mint to gem mint. Who knows? It's just kind of like, so they use it as this catch-all thing. They don't want to be held in a lurch, and they know if it's especially if it's raw card, and they would say, for example, sell on eBay, they put mint in the thing. eBay authentication, unless there's a big crease in it, is not going to hold them to that. They're going to authenticate the card anyway. So a lot of people don't understand how they should use this term, and as people look at the term, sometimes they don't understand how it should be used when they get the card. Again, a mint does not mean it's gem mint. A mint technically means it's across all of the grading companies. It's a 9. People don't like 9, so I guess they don't like mint either. 9s. Yeah.
I feel like the wild thing is like mint is supposed to be like you guys said, like this really terrific version of this thing, but nobody looks at the words underneath the 9. Like they say PSA 9, they don't look at the word mint, or like I guess they look at the word gem mint, because allegedly if you put gem mint in your title or whatever and on eBay they sell better or whatever. But I feel like people don't like pay attention to that. They don't realize that mint is like this important word. I love that eBay, when you're doing like they make you force you to put some sort of grade on it. It's near mint or better, and that's what it should be. And the near mint is 8, or is it 7? 8,
7,
7. So
near mint 7,
yeah. So I mean, so like I feel like that is a good thing for us, as opposed to having us have to put in 7, 8, or 9 or something like that. Like near mint or better is actually a really, really good card. A 9 is I don't want to say extraordinary, a very, very, very good card, where 10 would be extraordinary, right?
Yeah. All right. The next one, and I admit when I got back into the hobby, it took me a while to figure out what this one meant. But you see people talk about racks, R-A-K, all the time. I was like, what in the world's a rack? I don't know.
Yeah.
Later to find out it is a random act of kindness. This is when somebody goes, oh, I know EP collects Tiki Barber cards, so I'll set this card aside for him and make a big pile of Tiki Barber cards and give them to EP because he's my favorite person on the show. And I want him to be happy. That's a random act of kindness. This one, I mean, I know they're probably, you won't admit it, but there are people out there that are like, I wondered what that meant. I always saw that and I don't know. It's okay. You can admit it. I was that way at one point too. And I think the rest of you were too.
Yes.
It took me a while before I knew what it was, but now I know. So we're sharing our knowledge just in case you're one of the ones that didn't know.
What is the name of the thing where people are selling like spots to get a card?
That's a
like
Raz.
So okay, so that's where I was getting confused when I first got into the hobby, because you would see R-A-Z and R-A-K.
Two Z's, I believe in.
Two Z's. So like, I'm like, are they? What? So yes, I was one of those people as well. I had no idea. I think all of us have been recipients of racks. Very kind folks. Most recently, someone sent me an autographed Kenny Pickett jersey. I mean, ridiculous that someone would do that. But yeah, these are one of those few times where I look at the hobby and I'm like, boy, it's not all bad, is it? You know, we do this podcast on Mondays like we did a couple of days ago, and there's just like half the time I'm sitting there going, this hobby is the worst. And then you go on Twitter or any social media, and folks are like, oh, hey, so and so just sent me this thing. I had no idea it was coming, and thank you so much for that. So yes, there are still kind people in this world, but I didn't know what rack stood for. I thought it was just another version of a Raz when I first got it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mike, I'm 100% sure that you're the reason that I figured out what it was. Like you said, you guys, I think the conversation was something like, do you guys know what rec even means? And then like we were all trying to figure it out. And I think you were the one that figured it out. And like we kind of like know that it was and this is a perfect example of something where we've been in this hobby a long time. We know a lot of the terminology, a lot of the things, but this is something that we had no idea about. And so when you come to the realization, oh, that makes sense, right? Like it just makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
yeah.
But there are probably a lot of people out there using it and have no idea what the RAK stands for. I love it. It's great.
And it's okay to learn new things.
Absolutely.
You should want to learn new things.
Learn
It's
something
okay
new
to
every
not
day.
know, learn something new.
Yep.
Be
Okay,
curious, not judgmental.
exactly.
Ted
Don't
There you go.
yuck other people's yums.
Yep.
Number 4 on the list. These last 2 are going to be fun because we're going to have some fights probably in the comments. Number 4 is SP, short print. This term gets used for literally everything and anything. If it's an insert card that doesn't come in every pack, people will put SP on it. There are a lot of people that just don't know. I don't even know for sure if you can necessarily define it down to a very small level, but there are card sets where some of the cards are short printed. That means that they weren't printed as much as the other in the set. Topps has that. Topps, some people would argue that it had to have the code on it to be an SP. That's not true because a lot of cards in the 90s, there were sets where like the high numbers, I think, don't some this archives or some of the sets do that now, where the higher numbers are shorter printed. And a short print is a card that is short printed. It does not, though, mean that every insert card is a short print or every different colored parallel is a short print. Just stop with the short print. You're just short print crazy. Let short prints that are actually short prints be short prints, and then just leave the other things be what they are. Not everything's a short print is the point I'm trying to make here.
Everything though is a super short print, Mike, and we gotta
Yeah,
love
you
those
can get into
SSPs.
that. Oh,
You make a good point about the like high series cards, because 1999 Finest is the one that sticks in my mind. They had the base 120-ish cards, and then there were the gems and I forget the 3 or 4 different style, but they were short prints. I mean, they weren't incredibly hard to get, but they were still short printed compared to the rest of the set.
96 Finest too had
Yeah.
the bronze, silver, and gold.
Yeah.
And the golds and silver were shorter printed than the bronze. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think like the reason that we are so obsessed with these different things like short print, super short print, case hit, if it's not even a case hit, go into a whole other thing about that, is because people need these buzzwords, right? They need these buzzwords to market their card, because they have to be the light through the noise a little bit. I need people to be drawn to my listing or drawn to my tweet or whatever. So they say these things to get people to look at their card. They'll say whatever it needs to be said, and short print is the biggest one I see, because it's not even a thing. If you have 2 characters left on your title on an eBay listing, SP is going on that. I don't care what you say. So people try and make this a thing. If you have 3, you're getting an SSP. You are. But people are trying to do this to draw eyes to their card in some way, shape, or form, and it's gotten the term I like to use, bastardized. It's bastardized this.
Yeah, I mean, people probably see it on other titles on their eBay listings. So they're like, oh, well, this must be an SP2. If that's an SP and that's sold for that amount of money, then mine must be an SP2. And a lot of times when that's not the case, I don't know when the term SP, the abbreviation of short printed, really became to be used in the hobby. But I mean, this dates all the way back to like the 1950s, when they would print the high number cards in a lower amount, because as people were getting more excited about the next year's cards coming out, so they would print the high numbers so they wouldn't have a ton of them available. It was sitting in a warehouse, and so that's why vintage collectors are like, well, I got to find these high number SPs because they're a lot harder, and you like a significant amount of money for some of these cards, even the basic the common cards, just because of how tough they're to get. And so fast forward to now, where everybody's misusing this term. I think that's the issue that I have with it, where I see something that's not an SP being called an SP. So then what does that do for actual SPs? It makes them if there are a bazillion of these SPs, and like some of the SPs are very, very are rare, and in some cases, I know I like how Britain has it has the scarce, and they do a different kind of like tier system with it, where and then the hobbies or in the sports world, it's more of just calling it an SP or an SSP and not giving any numbers. And I kind of like the mystery of not knowing what a number of an SSP or SP is, but also it'd be helpful. It'd be more helpful for us when we're trying to say this card is super rare to people that are trying to sell it to, or to people we're trying to show it off to.
Yeah, lower print run of a set doesn't, like your Kaboom isn't an SP. They're all lower print run. Your one of one isn't an SP. There's only one of them made. That's just, there's a difference. All right. Last one. We're probably going to get some fights because I'm going to sound like the old guy with his old Beckett definition.
We're all old guys.
We are all old guys.
You two are very old. Yes.
Yes. Rookie card is the last term that a lot of card collectors don't really understand. I am not by any means the hardline like some people are going to be. The hardline, a rookie card has to be this because Beckett said it has to be this, this, this. I'm not that way at all. But I'm also not every single subset and insert card that is pulled being called a rookie card. They're not rookie cards. Typically, a rookie card is part of the set. It has always been that way. That's not an old guy thing. We've always had inserts. We didn't call the insert cards of Peyton Manning's 1998 rookie cards. They were insert cards. They weren't part of the set. Why? It doesn't have to be called a rookie card. It doesn't make any difference in the pricing. People just like to call it a rookie card. What is not a rookie card? This is just abused by people. Everything is a rookie card now, and it's just a little ridiculous. Again, I give you room for it to not have to be the olden day Beckett definition, but it just can't be everything. Can we find a happy medium here?
No, we're at war. Pick a side. It's gotten to the point, and I was texting with you guys earlier about this. Rookie card has gotten to the point where when someone pulls an autograph, for example, out of National Treasures, they refer to it, if it has the number, because it's part of the set, as the quote unquote true rookie. This is his true rookie in this set. And people have asked, well, what does that mean? And it's basically, it's part of the set. That's why they call it a true rookie. If it's an insert from that year, and I use National Treasures because that is kind of seen, especially the out of 99, and people making up these rules on what has to be, the true rookie. But, it's out of 99, it's an RPA, and it's numbered part of the set because there are so many rookie autographs that are just in sets now that no one really knows which one's a real rookie as part of the set and which one's actually an insert. They're confused because everyone calls everything a rookie now. And everything can't be a rookie. I mean, yes, they're rookie year cards. They were put out in their rookie year, but they are not, once you start putting the RC logo on things is when it all went to hell. And I think that was probably Panini. It was when we were out of the hobby for a little while, but that RC little shield that they were slapping on literally everything you pulled out of that player in their rookie year, that added to the confusion. So a lot of folks don't know. If you're going to build a complete base set, the Peyton Manning in that set, that's his rookie. The insert that is not part of that set, that could be a short print, by the way, callback, that is not actually his rookie card. So yeah, I know EP is more of a hardliner on this than I am, and I give a little bit of a leeway. But if we're going to use these words as they were intended, a rookie card would have to be part of the full set.
Yeah, I mean, these are like arbitrary, stupid rules, right? Like, I'm sure every hobby has these like weird things that they were like, oh, well, this can't be this without because it
first
doesn't have
appearance, first appearance versus first cover appearance versus first cameo. Comic books is worse than cards, I think, in this aspect.
Right. And so, like, I agree with you 100%, Joe. I feel like the rookie card has to be part of the set to be the true rookie. Like an RPA that's part of an insert set is not really a true rookie, like that sort of stuff. Like, there's definitely something there. I listened to Jim Beckett's podcast, the 15-minute episodes, even maybe less than that, 10-minute episodes. And there was an episode like last year, or the year before, where he talked about the introduction of the rookie card, the shield. And I forget what year it was. I want to say it was like, oh gosh, I'm guessing. I want to say it was like early 2000s is when the rookie shield was started to drop on, and that was a concerted effort by all the companies because they would have, like, you can even look back to like the Derek Jeter rookie cards. He had a rookie in 1993, then had rookies all the way through until like 1997 cards with like the word rookie on it, and so like they were combating that, and so. Also, Jim Beckett's podcast last week, there was an episode where he came on. He started talking just a one quick shot where he said he has a wall of cards he keeps behind him for his shows, and he said had opened a box of hockey, and a card had some like word rookie on it, but he's like, but this is not a really rookie card, so it wouldn't go on my wall, and so he's still sticking by his guns, and so I'm 100% with that.
Talk about an old man yelling at clouds, huh?
Exactly,
Yeah,
Really.
He's there for it.
Oh, he loves it.
And one more little tidbit. Can we please just throw out the whole rookie card thing for comic book characters, non-sport cards, and wrestling cards?
But Mike, the Thanos rookie. Mike,
Can we stop? Please stop calling those cards rookie cards. They're not playing a sport. They're not even wrestlers. No, we can't do this with the rookie card thing. They've been wrestling in another organization or in lower organizations for 20 years, and then they come up and have a WWE card and it's a rookie card.
When does Fanatics put RC on non-sports cards? I'm calling it. Watch out.
Over the course of the MCU, were there any RPAs from Marvel characters in the products that came out? Were they had like was there anything? There had to be something, right?
Well, we had the years break, and I pulled for our buddy Bargain. I pulled a Fraser Crane, RPA? Kelsey Grammer. Is that his rookie patch auto?
I think it is. It has to be. I think
it might be. It's an RPA. Yeah, there we go.
Stop. Just stop. All right, guys, that was a lot of fun. Fight us in the comments. I know you're going to come at us this week because we threw some controversial ones out there, and this hobby doesn't get along, so we expect both. We'll listen, we'll interact, we'll say hi. But other than that, we'll be back next week to do it again. See you guys.
See you, boys.
See you.